To the Ref Room, hockey talk for referees, coaches, players, and fans.
Broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
With your hosts, Smokin, Silz, and Brad Baumruck.
Live.
The Ref Room starts right now.
And now your host.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is Monday. I was going to say Wednesday. It is Monday. I am Smokin Silz, joined by my good friend Brad Baumruck, our referee-in-chief. And it's great to see everybody back. We're kicking off like we're into our third season now. It's unbelievable. You know, we've been doing this for over 2 years now. And, it's been a blast. So thank you guys for all the support, everybody that watches the show and joining us. And how you doing today, Brad?
Not doing well. The dog is attacking me. Sorry. Yeah. Doing good. The season's fastly approaching, and I can't believe we've already done 2 years of this. So
I know.
It seems like just the other day we were actually talking about it on the phone. So it's been fun, and I know a lot of people appreciate it, and a lot of people let us know when we're at the rink. So thanks. We appreciate it as well.
Yeah. And if you ever want to support the channel, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/refroom, and we would love some caffeine from you guys. We should probably raise the price on that, too, with inflation. Take it up a dollar.
I'll take anything.
Right.
I'll take anything right now.
Exactly. Well, it's officially golf season. I mean, both leagues ended last night, right? So we got Colorado winning the championship, or the Stanley Cup. They couldn't get through without damaging the cup. I don't know if you saw that, but
5
one of the
minutes
players, players trip. You're in the NHL. You should be able to skate. Nope, tripped. No call. with the Stanley Cup right into the pile. So I don't know if you guys.
Is very, very heavy, Scott.
Yeah,
so,
I know. I know it is.
I can understand it.
Yeah, I can too. It's a party trophy. Now, the question is, will it go dented to everybody's house, or will they get it fixed before it starts going out? It's going dented to the bars, I'm sure. So it's going to Colorado dented. But will they fix it before the players? Because for those of you that don't know, each one of the players and everybody on the team does get to take the cup for a day for 24 hours. So they can take it and do whatever they want with it. And I wouldn't drink out of it because it's been to some pretty rough parties over the course of its lifetime.
I could imagine. Let's just not even go there. But hey, it's a kind of an interesting tradition. I don't think any of the other sports do that unless you win it indivially. Like you get to take it with you.
No, I don't think so.
Very
maybe if you're Tom Brady, you get to take it for a day, but after you've won it that many times.
Well, you can almost chuck it into the channel too if you're Tom Brady and you're on a boat. But let's not talk about that because I think if somebody tried that with the Stanley Cup, they'd kill somebody on the other boat. Yeah.
For sure. But I think that's so cool. I mean, that you do get the trophy for a day. I mean, it is the hardest trophy in any sport to win. I mean, it's a whole nother season. And listen, Tampa Bay is a fantastic team with fantastic players. They basically played almost another season in the last 3 years, getting as far as they got. And, they were there last night. I didn't think they would really stand a chance after kind of getting blown out in the first game. But, my gosh, they just hung in there. I thought that they were going to take them to Game 7, which would have been very cool. Somebody says, I'm the enforcer.
Yeah.
Only a Brad Baumruck. I'm the enforcer of Brad Baumruck.
Scott, what's interesting about that series is look at
this. Mark from Australia. Gang, great show. Appreciate that, man. Very cool. We do have people that watch from all over the place. I think, it's pretty amazing that, we can be here in the Chicagoland area and, get out to everybody. I mean, hockey's loved around the world. So I think that's very cool. So thank you for that, Mark.
Scott, going back to the series, though, before you skip it. So I'm super torn, okay? I'm really happy that the Avalanche won because, I think throughout the year they were the better team. Just watching games randomly, you watch a couple games here and there, but then you watch the highlights and it's just, wow. Well, then I'm torn because I would have loved to have seen the Bolts three-peat.
Yeah, that hasn't been done in salary cap history. Like, salary cap has killed, any chance. Like, who was the last team that really, ran the table for a while? The Islanders, I think, had, 4 runs at it or something. Don't quote me on that, but they were right there, and they owned it for a long period of time. But that's pre-salary cap. So,
Steve Smith, Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Hawks. I mean, they had a great run at it, and oh man, my light just went out. I don't know what happened there. Let me see if I get that back on, or if I just blew something. I'm running so much electric here; it's not even funny, honestly, and it's hot as can be back here. So, let me see if I get that back on. But let's keep talking because either way. What a great series. I think Colorado's a phenomenal team. And I think this is encouraging for Blackhawk fans because we're going to go through a rebuild. We've kind of been going through one, but it hasn't really happened. Now we got new management, I guess, this past week. So we get a new coach. We got a new assistant GM. Things have changed. They're going in a different direction. Don't know what that means for the player personnel, but I'm sure that means a lot of changes are coming. And, Colorado, that coach only won 20 games. And for Sakic to stay with him, that was pretty impressive that he sucked it up and with the guy that only had 20 wins and believed in him and what he was doing. Because I think Jeremy Cullerton had a pretty good chance here to try to make changes, and he was here. And then they just didn't stick with the plan, and they decided to go in a different direction that they felt it wasn't working. But, it's interesting. It worked for Colorado, and now they are, just a dominant powerhouse. And then, you look at, I love the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm sorry. I've been a Maple Leaf fan for years. Kadri's on that team. I never understood why Toronto made some of the moves to get rid of some of the players that they got rid of. And here you got Kadri that gets the game winner after being out. The other night, I think that was in overtime. He got the game winner. But, I always thought he was a good player in Toronto. And you hate to see guys like that, if you're a Toronto fan, leaving. I mean, they've gotten some more great players. Boy, now I'm flashing. It's coming back on here.
What do you got going on over there?
Yeah, better play some music. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, hats off to Colorado. They look like they were the best team all year. That they probably had a really good shot to win this, and I think that they obviously got it done. Vasilevsky's a great goaltender. To be able to beat a guy like that keeps you in every game. Kudos.
Now we'll see all the injuries, Scott. I always love the week after. I mean, I already saw one. I forgot who it was with his foot, and he played, I think, 23 or 27 minutes on it. And, I mean, you're talking, like, ow. Yeah. Like, I don't know how they do it, but these guys, they suck it up. It is the cup.
These guys are tough. They're just Iron Men. They just want to win. They just don't care. They give it everything they've got, and I think that's one of the things that separates. Look, there's other great athletes in other great sports that will give it their all. There are some that don't. We won't go there, but hockey players just they're a different breed, and you can even see it at a young age. Like the young guys, like they still want to get up and play. They may get the crap knocked out of them, but they will try to get back up. And, it's like, that's what we do. It's hockey. We got to suck it up. We got to go back out there. So,
well, my kid broke his wrist 2 years ago when he was playing. And, he fell on it funny or whatnot. And he tried to pick his stick up and he picked it up, but he couldn't close his hand because, he had a buckle fracture. So it wouldn't let it. So what did he do? Skated all the way down the ice and got to the bench and got off. Mom came over because Coach texted her, hey, I think you need to take him to the hospital. Went and got his x-rays. He was down there playing with everybody after he got back all bandaged up. We got him casted up. So it's just different. Hey, it was a good day for me. I was so proud that he got up and skated to the bench.
Yeah, you should be. That's great. So what did they say? Is that are you hurt or are you injured?
He was definitely
If you're hurt
injured.
or are you injured? Which is the one that gets you off the hook? If you're hurt or if you're injured? If you're injured, okay.
If you're injured, yep.
Are you hurt or are you injured? Yeah. So like the breaks are injuries. You get off the hook for that. You get some relief.
Yeah, well, it happens. It's part of the game. So and it happens to us referees too. Sorry.
You don't have to tell me, okay? Been there, done that. Wasn't getting off the ice on my own with that one. So yeah, I get it. So Corey Perry, 3 straight finals and no wins. Wow. He's been a great pickup for everybody. Everybody that's a piece to the puzzle, but poor Corey.
Sometimes it just isn't stacked in your favor. That's just the way life is sometimes. You can always be the best, you
can get there once and win it, and you can get there several times and not get it. Well, and that's got to be a grind on you because now, like, even the teams start feeling bad for you. They want to get you in there to try to give you a chance to get a cup because you've been there so many times that they feel like you've earned it.
Well, Scott, if you really look at it, you can compare, like, that to Charles Barkley. Like, he played against Michael Jordan in how many finals, and they beat him every time. Like, obviously the guy was a phenomenal basketball player. He just happened to be wearing the wrong uniform the whole time.
Yeah, so true.
So it's just, it's just luck of the draw. And, to have Hossa, be on the one team, lose to the other team, switch over to the other team, lose to the same team in the finals the next year, then come to the Hawks and win. I mean, that's he picked the Blackhawks. Was he looking for a cup at that point? Yes, but who knows what the real motivation was. And, it's interesting to see, like, even though he's been at these 3 teams, is he going to stay there again? Or, could he go to somebody else, and it could be just, the first, the team that finishes 8th that makes it all the way and he wins. I mean, we don't know. Hockey's too complex in order to see. Like, a lot of the series are up in the air.
Yeah. I mean, even, even if it's football and you're trying to win the title, it's like, the Super Bowl is not easy to win. You still got to get through a lot of teams, and there's always upsets. And with hockey, it's even worse because you got to win 4 games. to move on.
It's hard to win.
And that's
it's
tough.
hard to win. It's hard to win 4 games
Yep,
when you're
it
playing
sure
the
is.
same team 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for everybody to know the weaknesses and the strengths and how to, it's chess at that point. It really is. It's chess with a battle. All right. So a couple other things that I noticed. So Bednar, the coach from Colorado, he was a high school coach. He coached high school, like varsity hockey. And then he coached
I didn't know
juniors.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. They were
Okay.
talking about that. Like, how cool is that? That, like a high school coach became a Stanley Cup champion coach. I mean, that's just the beauty of our game. It may be a little different nowadays for referees because I don't think you're going to get the shot that you really deserve, even if you've been doing it for many, 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 many years, because they're going to a different pool to get these people. And yet here somebody takes a chance on a guy that coached high school hockey and gives him a chance in an NHL team, and he produces a Stanley Cup for him. I mean, so hats off to him. I think that is super cool.
Yeah, I didn't see that, to be honest with you. So that is interesting.
Yep. What'd you think of the wave off of the icing in those last few seconds of the game? So the linesman waved 2 in the last couple minutes, and I'm sure a lot of people were like freaking out. But I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say, yeah, he was right to wave the icing. They clearly were not skating to get, they wanted that whistle, and I get it. The faceoff goes to the other end, it gives them a break. The other team can't change. Like, so much comes into play. But as much as I'm sure a lot of the fans were going, how can he wave the icing? He did the right thing. Wave the icing.
So Scott, here's my take on it is I agree with them waving it, okay?
Yeah.
The problem that made everybody so hysterical when he waved it. He could have waved it much earlier, and that would have been like nobody probably would have even batted an eye. Yeah. So that's just the thing. Like
he
that,
waited.
It should have been waved earlier, but all in all, did they get the right call? Yeah. So does it really affect things? No. But does it, make you become a internet sensation? It does.
Well, it certainly takes the opportunity for that one last scoring opportunity for Tampa to possibly tie that game up. It took that away. But
yeah, but it didn't take
is it
it
the
away.
right
They
call?
wouldn't- they wouldn't
And
have
keep in
gotten
mind
that
now,
legally.
guys, they have hybrid icing. So, like, we work USA Hockey where you don't have hybrid icing. Puck crosses the line, whistle
Icing.
blows, linesman arm goes up. It's a little different. With hybrid icing, they've got to chase the puck back, and first one to get to the dot, right?
Hang on. First
Or is it
one
the
to
top
get
of the
to
circle? I forget.
First one to get. You should be making your decision by the top of the circle.
Yeah,
but it's the first one to the dot that would
that can
touch
that would get the puck, right?
That would touch the puck first. So for the old timers, sorry Scott, it's touchless touch icing. They just don't have to touch it in order to complete the icing, but they have to be in the winner's circle of being able to touch
the
it
winner's
first.
circle. Is that a new,
Like
is that
that?
like a crease? We got a winner's circle now?
Yeah, well, I just thought it was a good way of describing it, but yeah, it's touchless touch icing. So that the touch icing factor. I mean, I loved it. Refereeing it, I loved watching it growing up as a kid because you'd see some defensemen that got beat, man, and they just beat that offenseman right into the boards afterwards. It was a great play, but it's so
Did our
dangerous.
Facebook stream just go out?
I don't know why.
It looks like it did on my screen over there. I wonder if we lost the stream on that.
I'm not sure.
So if
Let
you
me go
guys are
look.
watching and we lost it, just hit us up and let us know. I don't know if I could restart it.
Hang on. How would they be able to hit us up? How would they know if they couldn't?
Well, come over to
if the
YouTube.
stream is-
Oh yeah, that's
if
true.
the stream is gone.
Yeah, that's true. Well, some people can figure it out. I mean, it is what it is.
Still looks good to me.
Okay. Well, we're only doing like a half hour today. It says Facebook is working. Thank you, Rachel. We'll give Rachel
Yeah.
some FaceTime here, some better looking FaceTime than having the husband on there. So Facebook is working. Thank you. And there's the kids.
Yeah, that was a good photo. So,
Exactly.
all right. So enough about the NHL. The Wolves.
Yeah. Wolves.
Won the Calder Cup.
Winners, baby. Chicago's got a winning team. Yes.
So there was definitely, I wish they could have closed it in Chicago. I think a lot of Wolves fans would have. There was lots of fans at their games, but they closed it out in mass. Oh well, they'll be home. What a great team that they have.
It's so good for hockey. It's good for Chicago. It's good for Chicago hockey because, a lot of the kids, they follow the Wolves games. They like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little more fan-friendly, a little more affordable for the family to go, easier to get to. I mean, they got a good thing going on. I like it. So, so I'm happy for them. Did any of our local guys work the championships? We talked about this a little bit, so I'm going to let you explain this, and there's a reason why I led back into this, because Brad and I had a conversation about this earlier, and I really didn't know how this worked. So explain to us that they have referees with 2A NHL contracts that work these.
Right, so they have NHL development contracts. So the American League is used as a development league for players, but it's also used as a development league for the referees. Now, they use the other affiliates, like the ECHL to help out with that stuff too. But some of the referees have the two-way contract where they work 20% in the NHL and 80% in the American League. So this is now where they have been signed to, all right, you're very good. We acknowledge you're very good. This is your full-time job. We want you to make a run at it. You're going to work in the A. You're a full-time employee. The pay is different as well, and then also you're going to work some games in the NHL. And then there's a thing called local referees and linesmen, which generally don't have to travel very far. So I think our guys all work, and they can chirp in if they're watching. I think they all cover Rockford, Milwaukee, and Chicago.
Right.
And I think that's all they cover. So
Shane's one of our guys, and he's out east, right, or he's southeast.
He's in one of the Carolinas. I can never remember which one.
Yeah,
but that's where he was for the ECHL, and then that's where he met his wife. So I don't know if she's from there, but that's where they've settled. He was living in Cleveland. I think it was Cleveland.
Oh, he got an upgrade. He got a big upgrade. Much better weather.
He was living there before the whole shutdown of the world. So, but yeah, he's back out there. It's actually kind of interesting that you mentioned that. I got to call him because we do have seminars starting up here soon in Illinois.
Yeah.
And, we have quite a few instructors with Zoom that are Chicago natives that still help us out even though they don't live in Chicago, which is very interesting. We have quite a few that help us out. That's
one of the advantages to being able to do some of this stuff. I mean, it's a convenience factor for everybody. I know we all like to get together and hang out. I mean, that's the one part we do miss, but the convenience factor of being able to do these on Zoom and to bring some people in that you normally wouldn't be able to have in the room with you, definitely ups the game.
No, I agree 100%. So, speaking of hanging out, we did have the Mark Gore golf outing last Friday. There were 104 golfers at it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. It's growing
every year. The wrap-up will be Thursday, and then I'll be able to let everybody know what we were able to raise for puck cancer this year. But let me tell you, there was two 65-inch TVs, a trigger smoker, all kinds of other stuff. I mean, there was a ton of big prizes. I think there was like a super expensive. There was a a table made out of hockey sticks that was really cool. There was a lot of cool stuff there. Yeah. But boy, they had some great stuff for the raffle, and then the lowest score won, and everybody got a plaque that won. Like farthest drive, straightest drive, all that stuff. So it was a good time. Dinner was awesome afterwards. The golf course was amazing to us. I did show up late because I had to work, but the golf course was kind enough to give me a ride out to my hole to where I could hit golf balls. Not straight by any means. I golfed 36 holes when I was in Denver.
I heard you can hit it 300 yards. It's 100 out and 200 to the right.
200 to the right, yeah. Well, so it's funny because we golfed in Denver, and I think I only lost 5 or 6 golf balls in 36 holes, which still isn't good. But
do they have water there? Do they have water? Do they have woods?
Yeah, they did. So, but I lost 7 playing in this stupid best ball tournament. I have no idea what was going on with me. All I know is I did hit one, and it bounced down the street and I was watching it going, I hope that doesn't
Still going.
hit a car.
Yeah.
So, but no, that was a lot of fun. So, but yeah, next year it'll be around again. So I know that we're going to start planning right here. So, be nice to see some more people out there. But it was a ton of referees, a lot of people that we don't see a lot. So it was a good time.
Nice. So, I don't want to go back, but I do have to go back to the NHL thing. There was somebody missing last night. Did you notice who was missing last night?
Missing from what?
From the celebration?
To be honest with you,
Where
after
was
I saw
where
that
was
it was
Bettman?
one, I jumped.
Where was Bettman?
Oh,
Why
I
was
don't
he
know.
not there last night? He's usually the one presenting the trophy. They had Bill Daly presenting the trophy last night. Not our Bill Daly from Chicago, but Bill Daly, I guess. So I was just kind of curious if anybody knew what the deal was, because I know he's not always the most popular guy with the fans. He doesn't usually get a roaring round of applause from the fans, but he's been there a long time. He's done a great job with the league. So I was just kind of curious. Is he starting to, back out a little bit, or is he not well? I don't know. I mean, I just thought that was very unusual not to see him there presenting the trophy.
Sounds probably more like he couldn't make it. He's ill, something like that. But I haven't heard anything, or seen anything out.
Yeah, if any of you guys are watching, or anybody out there that's watching, if you could put it in the comments. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, that's the big night for, other than the Winter Classic, that's the big night for the NHL. So you would expect to see the commissioner there. I mean, at the Super Bowl, the commissioner shows up and gives out the trophy. So
yeah, he gets booed too. So
I know.
It doesn't matter what commissioner you
it's
are.
a recurring theme everywhere, right? The commissioners are not liked, apparently. But yeah, that's the deal. All right, so you want to talk about the local seminars? I mean, obviously USA Hockey is open, and I meant to download everything. I might as well start working on this because we've got time.
So let's go through some stuff here. So number one is seminars are open for USA Hockey. They open the 1st of June.
Right.
And it's actually kind of funny. I was talking with somebody on the East Coast, and his kid is 9, so a 10U, and they played their first league game yesterday.
Wow.
So now
didn't waste any time.
So, but that's how the East has always been. So now that is why they've moved the seminars schedules for referees up to help accommodate the East, which starts even earlier than us. So, hockey doesn't get going here really till September 1st, although I think it's going to be August 15th this year, but doesn't really matter when it starts, but we'll be ready. So,
well, you think we're going to start around August 15th?
Play? I think teams are going to start doing some stuff early again this year.
Earlier than?
Didn't they start the 20th last year?
I don't remember. I know AAA kind of gets kicked off a little bit earlier, and then everybody else kind of follows.
Well,
I'm not sure when are the high schools allowed to start playing, because they don't go back to school till like the end of August, mid-August now. So yeah, maybe they could start before the end of August playing.
Irregardless. So, but anyways, that stuff's open. If you have an issue, like if you're a 2, 3, or 4, it's supposed to be 100 questions. All right, you're an official. You've been through it. If it shows up as 50, don't take the test. You can send out. You could contact USA about it because there have been a couple issues. They're aware of it, so just be patient with it and be careful of it. But they take care of it right away. We've had a few people, so they're handling it the best they can. So. Be patient with it. We're going to open
2, 3s, and 4s. If you see only 50 questions, you got a problem. Okay, you got to get 100 questions when they give you the test.
Yep,
right,
and
just so everybody knows.
And it's in the open book side, not the closed book side. You won't have a closed book test.
There is no closed book. Hallelujah, no closed book this year.
So we got that going, and then Illinois is going to open up the 1st, and it's going to open up the 1st. Now, that's, if lightning strikes the house that the servers are in.
Nobody comes and cuts the wires, right?
Yeah, it's going to open, so, hopefully bear with us. The site does get pretty crowded in Illinois, so it can take a little while for your credit card payment to process. So when you're doing it, try to be patient with it as well, because the worst thing that can happen is you push it, then go back and then do it again, and then because it does you a couple times then. So try to be patient with it and understand that it's probably busy. We do have quite a few people always sign up on the first day, but we'll have all of our seminars posted up on USA. There is a notice already on IHOA.com of what the seminars are that were officially planned at the time that we made the notice, but we've added some stuff to that as well. So keep your eyes peeled and we'll get going here. The season's right here.
Is there a limitation of the number of people for each of the seminars since it's being done virtually? I mean, since it's a Zoom call, can we have, we used to restrict it to like, I don't know, what, 50 people or something
50.
at the seminar? Yeah, so now we can have more
50.
than 50. Oh, we still can only have 50 on the virtuals? Really?
It's 50. Yep.
Why is that?
Just to manage with how many people are on it, because if you think about it, you had a lot of questions, or it's just to keep an instructor ratio with it. We do our best with it, but yeah, so we've tried to do our best on following it. Oh,
Karen says IWHL starting September 25th. Yeah, most of the hockey is closer to October, I think. She says Illinois West High School League. Yep, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Well, we'll
that
see.
Gets them going pretty quickly, but like hockey's in full effect by October here. It'd be nice if we had a little bit more during late August, early September. Everybody's looking for games. Everybody wants to get back out and skate again, so that's cool. Lots of men's league out there.
Yeah.
All roads lead to men's league, baby.
But other than that, we're ready to go. The registrar email is online. If you need it, go ahead and use it. Anthony will help you out, and I think that's about it. I think we're ready to go.
All right. Any rules you want to cover today? Any incidents you want to talk about? No.
No, because
It'll be kind of quick. Yeah, I figure we'd do like a half hour or so. Are we there yet?
It's been all quiet on the Western Front. So
yeah, well, quiet is good. It's a little break. I mean, the weather's nice, and guys got other things going on. Yeah. So I mean, there's still some tournaments coming into town, and there's some games, so you can get out there and skate. And it's going to get busy real fast. That season comes really quickly, and it goes even faster. So
sure does.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm
All
not
right.
ready to give up the good weather yet, though. So I like this.
It has been nice out, as long as it rains a little bit more.
Yeah, well, it's Chicago. If you don't like the weather, it'll change. But we have great summers. We really do have great summers. I think that's what keeps everybody here. We don't have a spring, that's for sure, but we do get a great summer. So, pretty excited about that. You do anything for 4th of July? What's your plans for the holiday?
Just gonna barbecue. That's my thing. Hang out. So
I'm gonna look for that
All right.
invitation. I'm looking for
Sounds
that
good.
barbecue invitation. All right.
all right.
All right, everybody, you guys have a great week. We will see you back here next Monday. We do this every week at 5:30 p.m. Chicago time, which is Central. And again, if you like to be a part of the show, chime in, put something in the comments. Love to have you. Always appreciate your input. And for those that joined us, thank you for doing it. We will see you again next Monday, 5:30 p.m. On behalf of Mr. Brad Baumruck, referee in chief, I am Scott Smokin Silz. You guys have a great week. Peace out.